Good morning, Real Women of Philadelphia, and welcome back to my kitchen. This is Brianna again, and this morning we're going to be making a delicious breakfast entree, which I call the Philly potato frittata. Now, this exciting dish has, of course, Philadelphia cream cheese as its star. And today I chose the garden vegetable light variety. It adds a delicious twist to regular cream cheese. It has some delicious vegetables in it, which add a really good taste to this dish. So I have that. I also have some diced onions, a small diced bell pepper, about 1/3 of a cup of grated cheddar cheese, 1/2 cup of the garden vegetable cream cheese, softened at room temperature, and 4 eggs. And of course, because it's a potato frittata, I chopped up 2 large russet potatoes. And I think that cutting them into smaller pieces for this dish makes it cook a lot faster and makes it so that you have a little bit of each ingredient in each bite. So this week my inspiration was really some of the ingredients that I had around my kitchen. Now every week I get a CSA farm share. So I get organic produce that I like to use in my cooking. And this week I had some red onions from Ontario and some sweet peppers from Mexico, fair trade of course. And of course the potatoes also came from Ontario. And so I wanted to make sure that I used all of these things that came in my basket. So I put them all together to make this delicious dish. So I'm going to start off by adding the potatoes. I've already started heating some oil. So my potatoes have been cooking with the lid on for about 10 minutes. I've been stirring them occasionally to make sure that they're browning evenly. And I think they're just about ready to remove the lid, so I'm going to do that. Give them another stir, and then I'm going to add some spices to liven them up a little bit. So what I've chosen is I'm going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Just sprinkle it all over the potatoes. 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. Again, I really love the flavor of sea salt, so that's what's going in there. And about 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground pepper. Of course, again, use your judgment. There we go. Give those a nice stir so that all of the potatoes get coated with the spices. And that beep signaled that my oven has been preheated. Of course, you want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. That is because the last part of the frittata involves baking it. And what we're going to do is we're going to let these potatoes cook for about 5 more minutes. Because I cut them into smaller cubes, they're a little bit quicker to cook. And we'll want to make sure that they're nice and crispy, looking like home fries. I love home fries. I find that even by themselves, they're delicious. So to have them in this dish, it makes it really special. So while the potatoes are finished cooking, you'll want to crack your eggs and make sure that they're beaten and ready to add. At this time also to the potatoes, you want to add your onions. So just sprinkle them over with the potatoes. Stir them in there nicely as well so that they start to take on some of that delicious spicy flavor as well. So the potatoes look like they've finished cooking. I've lowered the temperature down to low, and what you're going to do now is you're going to add in your small bell pepper, diced up really nice and small. Make sure you get them all in there. Stir that around. This is getting really nice and colorful as well. The potatoes should be soft at this point. And then after you add your diced peppers, you're going to add your 1/2 cup of Philadelphia garden vegetable light cream cheese. Make sure you get that all in there. What you're going to do is you're going to carefully stir it around so that it's coating all of the potatoes, so that it's melting down. So this is looking fantastic. Give you a little glimpse on how it looks in there. Oh, it smells heavenly as well. So what I've done is I've got a baking dish. I've sprayed it with Pam or any other nonstick spray to make sure that the toppings don't stick to the bottom. I'm going to turn off my potatoes and then I'm going to scoop them right into the bottom of the dish. Spread them evenly out. And then I'm going to top them with my egg mixture. So you should see some potatoes poking through the top. That's a good sign. Make sure the egg is getting right down into there. Looks wonderful. So then you're going to stick that in the oven for about 20 minutes or until the egg begins to get firm and set. So my frittata is all finished, and this is the final product, what it looks like in the dish. Now the only step left is to slice it up, and what I would do is slice it into 4 equal pieces. So here is the final product, my Philly potato frittata. You can see that it has the cheesy, gooey potato layer at the bottom and then the egg layer on the top. I'm really excited to dig in. You can taste the garden vegetable cream cheese. It's delicious. Well, thanks again for joining me in my kitchen. I hope that you enjoyed making this Philly potato frittata as much as I did.